what are your goals for the channels in 2025?
Getting more equipment, going on more trips, filming more interesting parts of those trips especially.
I do want to definitely travel more. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!
Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Miller.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, ZVTV here, and welcome to the 2025 YouTube Rewind. This year I decided to do it at Veterans Park. Obviously it doesn't look the best, but they've been filling it up and trying to restore it. And it's starting to make some progress. We got the rocks laid out. And without further ado, let's get into the rewind. Starting off in January, right after A Player podcast came out with me and Alex, I celebrated up in Milwaukee with Timmy and Adriana. And then just a couple weeks after that, they moved down to Missouri. And so I started off with a new niche. This was the year of new. Basically meaning that there's a lot of new events and new stuff to see, and it's actually a pretty interesting year. Winterfest I went to with Alex, and it was pretty cool. We saw behind the scenes the week before, and then we even came out with the Strike Fuser movie too. Make sure to check that out on the Strike Fuser channel. And then in March, as the late night live series took off, I also decided to do a morning show. Had some re-uploads even from older vlogs that you guys may have seen or may have not seen from in the past. Then in April, I had just enough money left in the budget. I went to Universal Studios in Disney Springs, all the way down in Florida. And that was actually a really cool trip. It was only 24 hours, but I got some pretty cool footage. Then at the end of April, I had Cinco de Mayo came up. I did those festivities. I also did Memorial Day Parade, and that was pretty cool. The band was great, guys. If you haven't checked that video out, they really sounded top notch. And then for the start of summer, things kicked off pretty wild. Timmy came back down, and it was the whole thing. And we hung out, and then I went to Hampton Inn with Alex and Timber Ridge Arcade. And then me, Alex, and Tim and Aldo met up at the band show. I went up to Oak Creek, and we did some hot sauce challenges, which is pretty cool. And then to kick off the 4th of July, it was actually pretty interesting. We built our own fireworks. And then I went all the way out to Kenosha to celebrate the 175th anniversary. Then I came back and we celebrated 4th of July here. And then we actually went out to Fontana, Wisconsin to see the fireworks. And the fireworks, I'm telling you, on Geneva Lake were really cool. Then unfortunately, the Storyfire platform had officially shut down. So I've been re-uploading my Storyfire videos here on YouTube so you guys could see them. Then for August, me and Alex went to the car show, Rev Up Weekend right at the Phoenix Park Band Shell. And then I went to a few various fairs, such as Venetian Fest, the Renaissance Fair, and Wharf County Fair 2025. Then for September, there's a few things, such as me and Alex went to Corn Fest, and I got my selfie with Dre Films, so that was pretty cool. That was for Scarecrow Fest right on Brick Street. Then October was our most active month. We went to like a ton of new haunted houses. We started off with Fear Fest all the way in South Beloit, and that was really cool. It was like an hour long for 3 really cool lit up experiences. Then the next weekend, we did Forest of Freaks, which was a haunted walk in Janesville. And that was like an hour long, and that was really cool. Not really lit up, but there's a ton of actors, and they did a really good job. Then that third weekend wasn't as active. However, I did go to China Lights all the way up in West Dallas, which was cool. It was like a Halloween winter mix of lights. And so that was pretty cool. And then I came back, and the next day we went to what was originally known as Soul Reapers, the old haunted house, now known as Terror at the Fair. I wasn't too impressed. However, it was all right, I guess. It was about half an hour long, and the actors were pretty good. That same night after I'd gotten back from Terror at the Fair, me and Alex went over to the Darien Haunted House, and there wasn't really much at all. The actors were pretty good. However, it was only like 10 minutes. But it was an interesting little thing that we saw right here in Darien, Wisconsin. That place is called Slaughter Fields. You should guys check it out. Then the 4th weekend was really cool. We went all the way up to Stoughton, Wisconsin for Screaming Acres, which was probably the best haunted house that we've ever seen. That one had a ton of actors. It was an hour long. It was really lit up. It was a mix of everything all in one, and it was the best, guys. If you ever want to go, check it out. Screaming Acres Haunted House in Stoughton, Wisconsin. Then for the final weekend on Halloween night, we did want to do something a little special for you guys. So we went back to Fuzzy Pigs, probably the only good original left. And that one, we were actually kind of disappointed. That was also only like 20 minutes. However, they were pretty decent, pretty lit up, good actors. It was just felt pretty short. Then finally, wrapping up with the Christmas season. We had started out by going to Grand Geneva. We saw the BTS of the lights as they were setting them up. And then the next weekend after that, we went all the way down to Illinois, where we saw the brand new Spirit Christmas store, which is owned by Spirit Halloween. And that was actually pretty interesting. They had a decent selection of Christmas lights. And yeah. I had also made a few shorts while I was down there, such as Portillo's, which is a really cool hot dog and burger restaurant. And they had a ton of neon lights, and it looked really cool, guys. Amazon Fresh Store, and that's about it. We also stopped by Menards, and we saw the Christmas displays, as well as Eva's apartment, and we saw the Christmas lights there, and they were pretty good. And then we also stopped at this shopping mall called the Arboretum, which is a little further by Algonquin, and they had some pretty cool Christmas lights. And then we went to the Grand Geneva official opening ceremony of the Christmas lights, which was really cool. I'd never been there on the opening night, which was, they had fireworks and a ton of lights, twice the amount of lights that you guys would normally see during the regular season. It was a ton of people, like 4,500 people. Free gingerbread cookies. Definitely check out that video. Really cool video. All right, guys, that is pretty much it for the YouTube Rewind 2025 for Zach's Vlogs TV. And since YouTube Rewind has basically ceased to exist, here's me reacting to YouTube's 20th anniversary video, 2005 to 2025. And yeah. All right, guys, we are now on to the rewind section for the video. It's our birthday-less party. It's YouTube's 20th anniversary. And without further ado, yeah, so basically I found it pretty interesting that it was a montage of all people. And the whole video is pieces from some popular artists and stuff. Lyrics to the original Rick roll. And yeah, pretty interesting.
How I'm feeling. Make you understand. Never let you down. Never run around. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell what a good lie. Happy birthday, YouTube.
Alright, guys, hope y'all enjoyed, and stay tuned for more on Zach's Vlogs TV. Peace.